Good morning, everybody. It's a little dark in here. Let me see if this helps at all. I know I should move my setup here so that I am not backlit by the windows, but it's so nice to have natural light, especially when I'm blissing out with all of you and having a guided meditation. Welcome. Happy Friday. We are going to focus today meditation on happiness. In the yoga tradition, there is a term called santosha, which means contentment. And it's important to make the distinction between contentment and happiness. Santosha, or contentment, is our ultimate goal. That is the end game. That's the enlightenment we all seek, the ability to be content with what is, despite any pits and valleys in our life. Happiness, on the other hand, is temporary. It's something we experience. It comes and goes. It is part of the same emotional spectrum as sadness and disappointment and anger. And all of those things are temporary. They ebb and flow. But joy is important. And oftentimes in our busy lives, when we're stressed or we're anxious or we are fearful of what's to come or something disappointing has happened to us, it is hard for us to tap into joy, to experience that emotion. And this exercise, this meditation, is a way to proactively seek it, to go out and grab it, to give yourself those positive serotonin boosting feelings of joy, regardless of what is presenting itself for you that day. So in order to reach santosha, to reach contentment, part of the yoga journey is to experience emotions as they come and let them go. But also a good reminder is that we have power over our emotions. And just like we can allow ourselves to be sad when we need to be, or frustrated when we need to be, we can also allow ourselves to be joyful and happy when it is time to do so, or when it is needed. So let's begin. I invite you to find a comfortable seat. I am still sitting at my desk because my back is still such that it is not comfortable to sit on the floor yet. But you can find yourself in a chair, on the floor, on a mat, on a bolster, seated on a bed, wherever is comfortable for you. Feet can be on the floor, legs can be out straight, or you can be crisscross. The goal is to simply find a seated position that is comfortable enough to sit still, to be steady, to let the focus be on your mind and not on your body. As you begin to settle in, take any final subtle movements that your body needs. You can roll out your ankles or shift back and forth on your hips to make sure your lower body is relaxed and comfortable. You can sit up straight, extend the spine, find space between your vertebrae. If it's comfortable to do so, you can shake your head, yes and no. Roll your neck. Shake out your arms, your wrists, anything you need to feel comfortable, to feel ready for stillness. And when you are, bring your body to a quiet, calm, resting place and close your eyes. You don't need to see me, you only need the sound of my voice. So please feel free to turn away from your computer or your device. If you're holding a tablet or a phone, you can put it down. As you begin to bring your focus away from the external and towards the internal. Notice your breath first, without changing it, without judging it. Simply observe your inhales and your exhales. Bringing your attention entirely to the breath, noticing how it feels when it enters your nostrils, the sensation of your belly expanding and your lungs filling. Notice any sounds you're making. Notice how your breath is behaving. In its natural state, is it long or short? Does it feel deep or shallow? Your breath, your prana, your life force not only gives you life, not only supports your body's need for oxygen, but it also serves as a physical reminder of the overall state of our mind, body, and spirit. When our breath is struggling or slow, it's likely an indication that we are tired, fatigued, stressed. Rapid or shallow breath may mean that we are distracted, fearful. Full, deep breaths are a good indication that we are relaxed and content. And oftentimes, it may be meditation that, not through proactive control, but through simple focus, practice of breathing, that we're able to calm ourselves and in turn steady the breath. Now, as you sit here breathing, if at any time during this meditation you lose what I'm saying or what I'm saying does not serve you, you can always come back right here to simply observing your breaths, witnessing your inhales and your exhales. This is meditation. This can be your meditation. Feel free to stay here or to move along with me. This morning, our meditation will be focused on cultivating joy. And to do this, we are going to follow the 8 breaths flow. Because this is a guided meditation and I need to explain these things to you, instead of 8 single breaths, we will be doing 8 breath sequences. But please know that this meditation can be done in short 8 breaths at any time you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, distracted, and need an infusion of joy. Let's begin. Breath number 1 will continue to be just your natural breath. And as we breathe in this first sequence, pay close attention to the sensation of your breathing. As you bring your focus and your attention inward to the sensation of your breath flowing through your nasal passages and down your throat, through your lungs, your diaphragm expanding, your belly expanding, and then the reverse as things contract and compress to enable your exhale to leave your body. As you focus more and more on this inner process, this life-supporting process of breath, our focus, our ability to dwell on the external fades away. Breath number 1 on the 8-breath path is simply to breathe, a reminder to breathe, a practice of breathing, allowing the breath to command our attention and to draw that attention away from the needless distractions of the outside world. Take 3 breaths here. The word for this first sequence is simply breathe. Moving on to breath sequence number 2. Again, allowing your breath to be natural, but practicing what it feels like to inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Make no other changes or adjustments. Just simply sigh your exhale out through your mouth. And with this second set of breaths, bring your attention to all of the physical sensations going on in your body. Temperature, discomfort, fatigue. Some of the sensations will feel pleasant, some will not. Attempt to tell your mind that the sensations are neither pleasant nor unpleasant. Change these sensations to neutral in your mind. They are what they are. They will pass. The sensations are not part of you. Any tension you're holding, any heaviness, any agitation, let it go. Taking 3 breaths here, the word, the mantra for this breath sequence is release. Moving on to the 3rd breath sequence. Now fully focused inward with a clear, relaxed body and a steady breath. For this breath sequence, once again, seal your lips and inhale through your nose and your mouth. And practice pausing at the top of your inhale with full lungs. Just a couple second pause before you exhale. Focusing on that pause, every bit of your attention is focused there. You have no capacity for any other thought. If another thought comes in, it immediately goes out, seeing the no vacancy sign, understanding your focus is deliberately elsewhere. Focusing on that pause at the top of your inhale. Your mind is a blank page. Your body is relaxed. Your breath is steady. The word for this third breath sequence is clarity. Take 3 breaths here. Moving to the 4th breath sequence. Now attempting to change the breath slightly. Inhaling normally, keeping that pause at the top of your inhale. Extend the exhale for as long as you can, breathing out through the nose in little increments to slow down the exhale. As you do so, and you inhale normally, and you pause, and then you experience this extended, relaxing, nourishing exhale. Imagine a lightness and an ease in your body, in your mind, and in now your heart. Imagine that as you extend your exhale, you're releasing from your heart all that would impede your ability to love with abandon, to be generous towards yourself and others. As you pause at the top of your inhale, send yourself love and compassion. And as you extend your exhale, wish that love and compassion on others. The word for this 4th breathing sequence is love. Continue with 3 breaths here. The first 4 breath cycles were breathe, release, clarity, and love. Moving to number 5, we remind ourselves that we are not perfect, that this clarity of mind might come with distraction, that we may be battling intrusive thoughts, that our body may still be holding tension or hunger or fatigue. This is all okay. As we breathe here, let's now inhale to a count of 4. Keep the pause at the top, and then exhale for as long as you can. Your 4-count inhale signifies all of the aversions and distractions and tensions and cravings that you're holding on to. Pause is your acknowledgement, and your exhale is letting them all go. We are human. We are justified in the way we feel. These aversions, these cravings, these distractions are not your enemy. They're simply a reminder that something might be off, that an adjustment might need to be made. They are part of who you are, and they are part of your body and mind and soul's way of loving and caring for you. Acknowledge them, accept them, let go of judgment of them. The word for this 5th breathing cycle is acceptance. Take 3 breaths here. Moving on to the 6th breath. We practice gratitude. Become aware of everything that you need to be happy and realize that it is already available to you right here, right now, in this present moment. Happiness is an inside job. There's nothing you're lacking. There's nothing you need to do, to receive, to achieve in order to feel happiness. Happiness isn't exclusive or elite. It's available to us all. Here in the 6th breath, take a big sip of air in and hold it at the top for as long as you can. And then let it come out your mouth rapidly as if you're laughing. Ha! Inhale deeply. Hold it at the top and then exhale out rapidly. Ha! Allow that long sip of inhale, that filling of the lungs, to fill you with a sense of gratitude. And then release only that which doesn't serve you in a big, resounding ha. The word for this 6th breath cycle is gratitude. Take 3 breaths here. Moving on to number 7. As we sit in a focused meditation, playing with our breath control, acknowledging the world inside of us, the mind, the body, the spirit. Remind yourself here just what it means to be alive. As you breathe, recognize that it is life flowing through you. Being alive is a miracle. Return your breath to its natural state, allowing the inhales and the exhales to come naturally. And simply awake to the experience of being alive in this present moment. Really think how precious that is. You woke up today. You're breathing. All of the release, all of the love, all of the acceptance of our shortcomings and our aversions and our distractions are all symbols that we are alive. If you had just a few minutes left to live, it would become crystal clear in your mind's eye that 24 hours of life is incredibly precious. So think about the gift that is today. The word for this breath sequence is life. Take 3 breaths here. As we arrive at the 8th breath sequence, I want you to practice the breath of joy. We sip in 3 times and then exhale heavily. As you practice the breath of joy, become aware of all that is beautiful and joyful around you. As we let go of desires and aversions and wake up to this present moment, wake up to the reality that we are alive, we see that this reality is in and of itself indescribably beautiful. Imperfection is beautiful. Potential is beautiful. All of our senses, our sight, our sound, our smell, our taste, our touch, our ability to perceive and imagine mentally, deliver beauty to us in a moment's notice. We are called to observe the beauty of life. We are called to participate in the beauty of life. We are called to recognize that we are part of what makes life beautiful. Practicing this breath of joy, 3 sips in and then a loud, big, joyful exhale out. The word for this breath sequence is, of course, joy. Breathe here 3 times. Filled now with this joy, with this energy, with this newfound appreciation for all that is life. Reminding yourself that at any time when you're feeling frustrated or distracted or pulled through the spectrum in another direction of emotion, be it sadness or anger, fatigue, pain, suffering, remind yourself that you can come back here to an extended meditation like this or simply practice the 8 breaths. For 8 breaths in a row, a full inhale and an outhale, you remind yourself to breathe, to release, to seek clarity, to feel love, to offer yourself and others acceptance, practice gratitude, appreciate life in the moment, and embrace the joy around you. Bringing your hands to heart center. I truly appreciate you practicing this meditation of joy today. Remind yourself now and always that you are beautiful, that you are capable, and that all that you are and all that you offer is a part of the fabric that makes this life amazing and joyful. In every moment of life, there are infinite reasons to suffer and infinite reasons to be happy. What matters is where you put your focus and your attention. My wish for you is a joyful day. This cultivated joy inside of me honors and provides that joy to all of you. Namaste. Happy Friday, everyone. Have a wonderful day and a great weekend.